Hello guys, based upon popular demand, I thought of creating a video specifically for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay in the MG Astor. A lot of you were having the questions in terms of what it is, how it works, some basic things here and there. So I thought of making a video specifically on that. Without further ado, we'll get into it. Before I plug in the phones and explain both the things to you, I would want to do it in a question answer based manner so that I can address most of the questions that were asked to me and I can address them equally as well. So first things first, what is it? So Android Auto, all Apple or Apple CarPlay, they are two different kinds of suits for cars basically from these two different manufacturers, Android as well as Google as well as Apple. So what this essentially does is that when you connect your phone to the car's system via USB or via wireless, the infotainment system switches to the interface of the Android Auto or the Apple CarPlay, depending upon whether you connected an Android phone or an iOS phone. And then you can do things such as navigations and all of that. Now, you won't be relying on the car's inbuilt apps for navigations and music playback and so on and so forth. You'll be relying on the phone's availability as to how Apple has made the UI of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So that's what it does. Now, most of you would already be knowing that, but I just thought of adding that for the ones who don't. Now, another question that has been asked to me a lot is, does it drain the battery? So to answer that question, basically, uh, it's like when you connect your phone to a laptop, does it drain your battery? No, it doesn't drain your battery. In fact, it charges it. So the same thing here also. When you connect your phone to the car system via a USB cable, so for example, I have this braided type C cable for the Android phones. If I do this, then it will be charged, obviously. Another very important question, a follow-up question that comes is, what happens, what is the speed of charging? At what speed does it charge? So most USB endpoints in cars nowadays are actually 5 volts. So for the people who understand this terminology, you can understand that 5 volts is not too much. So to answer your question, it will be charged pretty slowly. So but if you really want to get the value of like at which it actually charges, the watts, the energy usage. Okay, I'm so sorry, let me just pause that. So then I can show it to you in the Ampere app. So as you can see, I've connected my phone right here, and currently it's charging at almost, it's going to go up to 200 milliamperes. Okay, great. So the maximum that I've seen here is around 500 to 600 milliamperes. Okay, the next question that is being sometimes asked to me is, what is the responsiveness of this UI? So basically, what is happening here is that the phone, whether it's an Android phone or an iPhone, in my case, for example, it's an Android phone right here, which is connected to the system, that decides how fluid the Android Auto system is going to be. So, for example, currently I've connected my Android phone to it. I'll just open it up and show you guys. So let me go to the home screen. Yeah, so that's how the home screen looks like. So uh, for me, it's like smooth enough, it's fluid enough, it's doing most of the things, and it's pretty fine, it's cool, it works. But if you have a low-end Android phone, you might not have a very smooth or responsive thing going on. So what are the apps that are supported? So currently, as you can see, there are some apps which are there. These apps don't come with the car, of course, because this is Android Auto. So these are the apps which are the phone has installed in it. So some apps are compatible with Android Auto also. For example, I installed Amazon Music on my phone, so that app you can see here on the Android Auto interface also. Likewise, there are some other apps like Facebook Messenger is there, VLC is there, WhatsApp is there, WebEx is there, some TuneIn Radio, Teams, and other apps which are supported for Android Auto. As long as you have them installed on the phone, they will show up here also. That's how it works. Some people have asked whether they can mod it or root it. So if your phone is rooted, then you can mod this thing also. That's a very simple answer to that. Another question is, can you control the car's features? For example, I might want to turn on the wipers. Can I do that? So the answer to that is no, you cannot do that. Currently, as of today, Android Auto or Apple CarPlay does not support handling the car's features, such as, maybe turning it off or turning the wipers or opening the sunroof and those such things. Some people have some security questions, whether, for example, if my phone is compromised and my phone is connected to the car, so nowadays everything is connected, can somebody gain access to my car or hack it? Usually no. It again depends upon the manufacturer's implementation, the car manufacturer's implementation. But usually Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, they both work in a sandbox environment, so it is highly impossible that somebody was could be able to gain access to your cars and hack it or whatnot. Some people have asked that if they don't have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, how can they add this functionality to their vehicles? So, there are a lot of aftermarket systems and solutions out there. You can buy some from Amazon also, which allow you to get that functionality. But again, it's a hit or miss. So, you have to be very decisive when you're making the purchase, that you buy the right product, which is fully officially certified and compatible with Android Auto, so that you don't waste your money. But theoretically, it is possible to get a separate third-party head unit and then install it over there. Does the MG Astor support wireless Android Auto also? So no, the answer to that is MG Astor does not support wireless Android Auto, which is really a bummer. But if you read on the specifications and prerequisites on the Android developer forum also, you'll find out that all that is needed is a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi chip, Bluetooth, and that's about it for Android Auto to work in a ad hoc wireless fashion. But for some reason, this manufacturer has not implemented it, maybe because of licensing issue or to save costs or whatever it might be. Most cars are coming up with it now. It's pretty sad that they don't have it. For some people who really just cannot do without wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, there are some devices which are sold separately. I'll try to link a couple of them, or at least one of them, down in the description, wherein you can buy those devices and you can connect them and add the wireless Android Auto functionality. So it's a third party workaround, and it's very complex to get your hands on such kind of a thing, and it's a lot of caveat there's a lot of caveats there, but then again, that's how it is possible. But by default, this car does not support wireless Android Auto or wireless Apple CarPlay. So that's about it. In terms of the interface, that's how it looks like. Currently I have these many apps installed, as you guys can see. And yeah, so for example, if I were to go to Spotify, play a song, maybe I were to maps, maps. So yeah, that's basically uh, Android Auto, and you can of course use all these apps to do all sorts of things. If you want a particular app's functionality, then you can Google about it and find out more on the internet. Otherwise, this video will be very long, so I'm going to pause this video now and switch over to Apple CarPlay's UI. So here's the interface for the iOS Apple CarPlay, and again, I'm playing the same audio here also. So in terms of the audio quality, there is not much difference, not much that you can perceive from your ears, unless you're a hardcore audiophile. There is some difference in terms of the codec and the quality of the audio that is streamed versus in Apple CarPlay versus Android Auto, but then the difference is almost marginal, and most people are never going to notice it. Here is the UI. That's how it looks like. The icons are pretty big, and in terms of fluidity and response, of course, the credit goes to Apple, that their interface is much more fluid and responsive. So yeah, basically all the things like your phone, calendar, all the apps which support which can work with Apple CarPlay are here. So in my case, I'm just gonna play an audio or go to maps here. One thing though, in maps you cannot touch and navigate like this. You have to press this button right here, this very button right here. I'm so sorry, this button right here, and then use the arrow keys to go left and right. It's pretty strange, but in Apple CarPlay, if you're using Google Maps, that's the way it works. If you were to use Apple Maps, it's different, but I don't like using Apple Maps, so there's that. So some people wanted to see a demonstration of the iCall functionality as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and show that as well. So here's the iCall button. I pressed it and got a call immediately. Hello.
Yes, good evening. This is Aditya from MG Motor India. You pressed the iCall button. How can I help you?
Yeah, so I was wanting to know in the key fob, when I open it, there is another key inside of the key fob itself. Would you happen to know what is that used for?
So that could be the second key.
I doubt if it's the
The
second key.
battery.
Basically, I'm talking about the key
Yes,
fob, and when I open it, there is a piece of metal over there inside it. It looks like a physical key. What do I use it for?
yes. Yes. So if the battery of the key is low, then in that case you can open the car manually with the help of that
Oh,
key which is there inside it.
oh, I see. So where do I put that other key in the car?
Do you have the user manual?
I have it on my phone, yes.
Yes. So you will find all the details there, and you can place this key below the door handle.
Oh, I see. Understood, understood. Got it. All right then. That's all
Okay.
I wanted to know. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. This is Aditya from MG Motor India.
So not bad. What I would say that it's quite a decent feature to have, and the people are also well spoken and nicely trained in order to help you. And his question in terms of when he asked me that, do you have the manual? Go check it out yourself. I think it's fairly reasonable because all the customers, I believe, any self-aware and educated customer should go through the manual fully, at least once before they start driving the car. I think that's just customary and it should be there. So it's my fault that I did not go through that particular section of the manual, and I'm still to go through the whole manual. But then it's a very good thing, and I'm sure that if I would have told him that I don't have the manual, he would have helped me in terms of how to get the manual, and he would have also helped me in terms of how to do it, even when I didn't have the manual. So that's really good, and hope this helps.